On Sunday, I made a reference to the dogwood, metaphorically telling the legend of the dogwood tree, about why it was such a small tree and bent and crooked, and yet has such beautiful white flowers with a golden center, and how it represents in some people's minds the reality of Christ in a little picture that nature provides. But there's another analogy that we can make about the dogwood that has to do with Christ's church. And that is the fact that even though the wood is not seemingly strong or grand, and the tree itself is rather bent and twisted, it is the heart of the church that we are a part of, often very invisible in the world. We see the great oak trees, the pines, the elms, the maples, just starting to come out into leaf now. But throughout the year, we'll see them and think of the woods or the forest in terms of these great trees. But there are times, and right now is one of them, when we become aware of the presence of something else, something pretty, and something surprising, like a white spirit that just moves through the woods. It's everywhere you look. Every turn you make, there's another example of it. And it goes on and on, deep into the woods. There are times when we need to see the church this way, because that's how it really exists. We aren't the big trees. We aren't the magnificent things we see. We are the things in the underbrush, the under canopy, that makes all the difference and changes in the world. And right now, it is a time when the dogwoods are evident. They make themselves known in their beauty. And I hope also that this is a time for the church to do the same. It is our season of spring. We've been moved outdoors. We've been moved into a different way of being. This video is an example of that. And we need to look around at each other, where we are in the world, and see what we do. And become aware that we are part of a great story that isn't always so visible, but is always there, always around, and soon to become invisible again when things change and get back to, as some people say, normal. It's hard to say what normal is when you're a part of the church. But what I do know is that we are, without question, mixed into the great world. We aren't the steeples you see, the tall edifices that rise on street corners. We aren't the basilicas that stand in the centers of great cities. Those things were built by people of the church, but the real church is there. Sometimes seen, sometimes not. But when we become aware of its presence, it is beautiful. And it has its place. And it has its reasons for being there. And most of all, it should be to bring beauty to the earth. Let us think about that as Christians this week, that we are called to bring beauty. This is our season. Let us not let it pass and not be noticed. Have a good day and enjoy the sunshine wherever you are.